we have a quorum, so we'll proceed with the meeting. There's no public members here. So I guess the first order of business would be to adopt the minutes from May.
I motion to adopt the minutes.
Okay.
Second.
All right, great. Okay, new business. There's a lot of great stuff. I'm very excited for all this. The tree tender course is going to be the 19th. Can I remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's at the park. It's not.
It'll be nice. That's a new shelter where you had.
Not here like last one.
Right.
Yep.
And I saw it out on social media already. It looks like Joe put a push out.
Okay.
Do we want to push it anywhere else? Do we need to push it anywhere else? I don't know what the max is. I don't know if he said that in his email. The maximum number of people that we can have is.
So you have these emails, one of these attachments.
No, I just want to guess that it's 30 because that's what it was for the course,
Yeah.
but that's a total.
Is it this one? What is this week?
Trees.
All right, let's see it on.
Okay, class. 6 to 8. Chartiers run. Yeah, it doesn't say how many people. I'm just wondering if this would be a good opportunity to invite other shade tree, other neighboring shade tree commissions. If we don't have a ton of people signing up, so maybe we can ask Joe about that. I can send him an email as a follow-up. Anything else for this?
I assume he'll send, we should just double check that he's sending the information out to the email list of everyone who attended the first one probably, right?
Yes.
And then we can all just, I didn't see that it was on Facebook, but we can all just
Yeah.
repost.
Yeah, that's great. So email from last one, and then now that you mentioned that, I think it would be a really good idea to either email or send a text message to all the people that signed our thing at Day on the Avenue.
Okay. How big was that list?
It's not super big. Courtney put it on a spreadsheet for us, but I haven't had a chance to take a peek yet.
I'm glad people, you put the names down, that's good.
I know. She sent it. I'm trying to see if I can find it
That's a
quickly.
great idea though.
Yeah. At least text them to let them know, because some people didn't want to volunteer, but they wanted to just have information, and this would be a great way to do that. So maybe I can send a follow-up email after this meeting and see if somebody will do that, unless one of you want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy enough. I don't mind doing it. If we have the list, it's probably just copying and pasting whatever Joe posted on social media, right?
Yeah.
Are you sending it from what email? Do we have?
Some people had email and some people just heard their phone number.
But it's a good point, who should it come, should it come from a borough
Yeah,
email
do we have-
address, or do we?
Like info at Shade Tree Division?
No.
Okay, so I wasn't sure. All right.
So maybe what we should do then, that's a good idea, is share it with, share that email list with Joe and see if he'll send it out from there.
Okay.
And then, trying to think how we could get it to people who just give us their phone number. I mean, we could text the information from a secure number, like a Google number. You can just download Google Phone, and then we'll give you not a secure, but it's not your phone number.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we can do that. Okay, so urgent email, Danny Avenue. I can text the people who signed up with phone number.
So you're gonna check with Joe on the number, if we have a cap
questions about that, and let's see what he says. Alright, anything else for the course? Okay. Alright, so the tree adoption event sounds great. It sounds awesome. Is everyone going to be around on the 26th?
I will not be.
Okay.
I have to confirm, but yes, I should be.
Yeah, I think I'll be here. Can be there that day, and then we'll check in with BJ and Courtney and see if they'll be here, but I'm sure between the two of them, at least one will be able to come. Joe mentioned about having an informational tent. I'm like wondering if we could just bring all the stuff
Oh, yeah.
that we did from Daily Avenue, since we already have it. Do we
For
need
sure.
any other things?
I mean, I think we still have a lot of like pamphlets and,
Like magnets and stuff, okay.
yeah, I think there's plenty of that stuff. So I would say we could probably just recycle.
Great. Very shade tree of us.
Do we wanna get, like, if, I know there's something on here about the whole business, the logo, but do we eventually wanna get name tag with our logo? So people at the event know who we are, names, and like, oh, I can ask you a question, or, you know, or like the shirts eventually or something,
Yeah.
at, you know, our events, or.
Well, for this upcoming event, we could
Mhm.
wear our borough shirts,
The 250, the red.
the 250 shirts. So let's just plan on that. But yeah, name tags at least. I'll ask Joe if he can get us name tags.
Like, I can put the logo if we want, or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't be that hard to print and make.
Did
you
you
know.
send the logo to Joe by any chance?
Like, probably not, in any basic form of PDF, I don't think I did.
We should probably share that with him.
I didn't know if we wanted to keep it, cause I felt like we.
I think it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send that.
Yeah, thank you for doing that.
Sure.
So are there other preparation, as he set up at 9, so I'm assuming we'll come to help with that. Is there anything else we need to do ahead of time, or really just have the info booth and help with the operations that day, and then I guess spreading word?
That's what it sounds like. I'm wondering if we could do like donuts and coffee.
It's always good.
I can add that to my ask list. If the borough can't, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, and contribute to.
Yeah. The other thing I was thinking of, I think this would be a great marketing opportunity if you could get like the newspaper to come, the news station to come, like somebody to come share that. I don't know.
Who was the person, I think it was, you might know the guy's name, I feel like I hear it often, that has something to do with the, is the trip, I mean, that's so.
Kellen something?
I don't know,
Oh, did he come to the planting, the butterfly planting?
probably, I feel like BJ would know, cause I feel like, or probably Courtney too, but
Yeah.
I think we use him for public art as well.
Okay.
And he writes, I think he's the one that writes up the columns, I can't really remember, I probably have his name written somewhere.
He writes like every article.
Yeah.
in
What's
the-
his name?
It's Kellen something.
Okay.
Okay. Again, I'll ask Joe if that's something that he would do or if he wants us to reach out. But I think that would be cool. And we're gonna give away 300 trees, which is crazy.
Kellen Steffler.
Kellen Steffler.
I feel like there might be another one too, cause that doesn't ring a bell to me.
He shows up in everything. I mean, he writes like every article in.
Oh.
Great. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna wear our 250 shirts. I'm gonna ask Joe about, getting us name tags, and if the borough will provide maybe donuts and coffee. If not, we'll do that. And then I'm also gonna ask him if he can contact the media to get us some like exposure during that event, cause I think that'll be really big for the community. I'm trying to think too, cause we talked about doing it right here. I'm wondering if we should get like signs for traffic or parking or.
Are they driving through, is that what we said, or are they?
I don't know if they would drive through.
Okay.
Maybe that we want them to kind of walk in and see the booths and the.
Okay.
He doesn't have the diagram and what he printed out, but it looks like he's already thinking, like, I feel like Joe probably has a plan
I
for this, but he mentioned setup and parking, maybe an unpaved area that's coned off.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, so it's a good thought, but I'm guessing that Joe has a plan for that, for like the layout.
Yeah, okay, alright, that sounds good. Oh, okay, oh, I see what you mean, parking temporary to pick up their trees. Okay, so we'll let the borough, you know, it looks like they're already thinking about all that stuff.
We can ask him if he needs anything, but I bet Joe has a plan.
Great.
Do people just show up or do they sign up for pickup ahead of time, do you know?
I don't know, saying this, you know?
It's fine, we
We
can,
can just 1 week before, early access and something in Bridgeville, register in Bridgeville 1 week before. Open to all, early access.
/ early access and, okay, so maybe,
And register in Bridgeville 1 week before, I'm not sure.
I know he said at one point he wants to try to prioritize Bridgeville residents,
Oh,
so
yeah.
maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like early access for Bridgeville and then,
This does say here, wait, dates will fill up on a first come, first served basis, so that's dates, sorry.
yeah.
Let's see.
I can't wait to see what they're giving away. Well, we can just ask him what he needs and
Yep.
seems like he has a good plan.
Great.
It's on this one. Yeah, they will want us to promote the event early to just Bridgeville ahead of time, so it's the first days.
Anything else with that?
Okay.
Alright, legacy tree for Triangle Park, we have to pick a tree and then finalize the text.
I was looking at each one of these, I meant to bring a printout, but I guess I never.
The trees.
Yeah, because I just wanted to see what was native, what, you know, how they grow. I would say crabapple for me is out.
You said
I was-
crabapple's out.
That's for, like, in my opinion, I was picturing more of like a grand tree, but maybe not.
I feel like the small white oak, a good one.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Nice.
oaks are typically like the highest wildlife value
Okay.
of different, I mean, like in general, they always say if you can plant
Yeah.
something, an oak is a good one to
Okay.
add.
I
It
started,
does look pretty too.
It does look nice.
I started writing it down. Dawn redwood, prehistoric, not native, deer resistant, soft, firm like needles, turn copper in fall. Then I trailed off and didn't do the rest of it.
Triumph elm.
It's yellow fall color.
Yes, Dawn redwood is not native.
Yeah, and I feel like that was the one that actually, is that the one that kind of looks like pine?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a yellow wood tree.
Small blades, nice. I'm seeing grows out this way more.
Yeah, it looks also not native to Pennsylvania. It said southeast US.
And my preference is oak, because I think it's a good.
Okay. All right, let's do oak. Kaylee,
Plus
you
it's
good with
native,
oak?
yeah, so.
All right,
it's a
we
great
go
option.
oak. So it would say, what do we want it to say? I like this. I think that we could use the example and then swap out some of our information. But if we say it's for Bridgeville 125, America 250, that's gonna be so many words.
I feel like I would definitely make Bridgeville 125 over America 250. Or did we want to put both things, or it doesn't? Whatever we want.
So this top is like, would be, we would write the kind of tree up here?
Yeah.
Is that the idea? You could also like put that in small letters, like you could write, are we gonna write Bridgeville Shade Tree Commission, or are we gonna write Bridgeville Borough? What are we gonna write from,
I would say, when I looked at it initially, I thought Bridgeville Shade Tree Commission.
so I almost feel like you could write that in a small, like the Bridgeville, here you can write Bridgeville Shade Tree Commission in a smaller font, and then have the type of tree, like so you have those
Underneath it.
bottom in smaller, and then put the, just, I don't know, but you have better eyes than that, maybe it's nice to have it balanced.
And then swamp white oak. And then do we want it to say planted in celebration of America's 250th birthday? How do you say that? Planted in celebration of America's 250th and Bridgeville's 125th birthday. Should we do that?
In celebration.
Celebration of America's 250th and Bridgeville's 125th birthday.
Day versus anniversary, doesn't matter. Here, it's nuanced, right, but here's his birthday, here's his anniversary. Is there like a definition?
I like anniversary, but birthday's fine too.
I also like anniversary better. For things that sound like a baby.
Let's do an anniversary.
Okay. Did the 125th celebration committee call it the birthday or anniversary?
They have that
Because
page.
we probably should align with whatever
Like the language
they
they're
were
saying.
using, yeah.
My
I'm on
reception here
Marketplace,
slow.
so accidentally. Bridgeville's its anniversary.
Okay.
Bridgeville's 100th anniversary celebration.
Let's use anniversary then. Alright,
I do think the our name should be at the very bottom though. I
Yeah.
don't think the tree name under that.
you don't want the tree name under it? Should we put the tree name at the?
I think I do like the tree name at the top. But you don't think it.
I don't-
Ask everyone else.
I don't have a strong opinion
I
on
don't
it.
either.
I was just,
Yeah, I think if you go up to it and you see, oh, what is this, and then why we planted it, then you would do it.
Okay. Great, I will add that to my list of email things.
or Joe will hear us, wherever you are,
Yeah,
so.
I hope he's somewhere enjoying his
We'll talk
vacation.
about it.
We'll see. Okay, so that's all of our new business.
Wait, did we talk about the tree?
Oh no, I skipped it, sorry, thank you. Alright, tree planting, no date yet. They're gonna give us a bunch of trees, they're gonna replace Don't we usually do it in like 3 people to a tree? Control.
Great.
Yeah, that would be great.
They love
60
those.
volunteers.
They love goals, right? Awesome, we get things, yeah.
Yeah, no, they agreed on them for us. I don't really know what else we have to plan for that since we don't have a date or anything. Maybe we could aim to get t-shirts by then. Cause having Shade Tree Commission t-shirts for the planting day, I feel like would be, I mean, we could try to get t-shirts for all the events, but this one on the 26th, I feel like is maybe gonna come up a little sooner, so. Think about shirts.
So BJ responded, Tim McNeely was that guy.
Oh.
Does that ring a bell? I think he was,
Okay, that's a cool one.
I'll look into that, yeah.
Which I'm sure she knows.
Cool. Okay, anything else for the fall planting dates?
Is it the same thing here, probably coffee and donuts, isn't that what they did when you just
Yeah.
walk?
Yeah.
And it'll all be close, right? Well, it's not close,
Yeah.
but it'll be nice because they're just right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have a conference in October and one in November, so hopefully it doesn't land on either of those 2 dates. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. Other people will be here. All right, great. All right, so for old business, Dan the Avenue booth, Kayla, I already texted you and sent you a bunch of pictures.
Oh, yeah,
But
thank you.
thank you so much for making all that stuff. It looked great. You're so crafty.
I enjoyed doing it, so I'm glad it worked out. I was bummed I couldn't be there,
Yeah.
but it looked great with, Courtney's, I saw she brought the
Yes,
Courtney
Courtney.
stuff.
Yeah,
And
she
she
did
did
a bunch of great
Yeah,
things.
we did a lot of good stuff, I feel like, for people to take.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it came together really nicely. We got a lot of good feedback from the borough and a bunch of other people.
Oh, good.
So it was great. So great job to everybody. Review of summer tree care. I think that this is kind of like a big, maybe a bigger discussion. But we need to figure out how we're gonna water these trees. We have
Mhm.
2 watering bags.
Just to.
Yeah, so we need to order more. Courtney and I looked them up a while ago, and it was like $120 for, I wanna say a pack of 20
Okay.
of them, which
Way
is
cheaper than I
fine.
thought.
Yeah, so we need to think about how many bags we wanna purchase. And the other thing is that there's access for water on Baldwin. There's access at Cook School, but we only have access to Baldwin.
And he gave that key or whatever,
Yes, I believe he gave it to Courtney.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a question. You fill them,
Mm-hmm.
do they automatically start
I think so.
soaking?
Yeah, I think you have to put them on the tree first and then fill them.
So what did you do for the ones in the lot down from Holman? Like, what do you do if you're not within hose reach?
I didn't water those trees because I was too tired that day and I had to go home. Remember I said I took a 5-hour nap?
That's what I'm hoping, like, the
But-
to get a water bottle though.
So that would be great
Portable water.
if they could help with some of that. Cause what, does anyone remember what the young tree, recommendation is? Is it 10 gallons for every 1 inch wide the tree is?
Something like that.
And then how often is that? Per week? Per day?
I don't remember.
I think per week, but we can double check, we can.
I don't know how many weeks was it?
I think it's for the first 2 years that they're alive. So here's the other thing I was thinking about, is that I do think that there's a reality where we can't possibly water all of these trees. It seems like a lot.
That's a lot, especially if it's 1 to 2 years. I'll have to look at those brochures.
Yeah.
That-
But it's only like, if it's, would you say 20 bags for $120?
Yeah.
So in reality, you, like, if you keep good track of your, like, if, like, I think part
Rotate
of
them
this
through.
is really solid factual spreadsheet with
Mhm.
like
When they were
where,
planted.
where they were, and then having a rule of like, after it's this many years, we stop watering it. Because if, like, we're gonna plant 20 this year, so for $120, you could just leave those bags on 20 trees. And if you had a water buffalo,
Mhm.
you could just fill them once, like, you could ask the borough guys to fill them once a week. That doesn't seem that unrealistic, right?
Yeah, I mean, that would be helpful. I was thinking if it's like just us filling it, no water buffalo.
Mhm.
I don't know,
That
I
would
physically don't
be
know how to
hard.
do that.
I've already tried to, like when BJ has done the baskets on the avenue, you know, there's a lot of them on both sides, like there's one side and we were filling up, which I don't know if they're doing that now, but just jugs, which,
It's not sustainable.
That sounds really hard.
yeah. So it would be helpful if they had a portable waters, you know, like that we can use. I think Joe thought, he said we could build one, you know, get a, you know, I don't know how you would, I'm sure there's a simple way to build one, you need like a big, you know.
I wonder if Ben has access to a water buffalo.
I was trying to look on Facebook Marketplace. You
Or
never know.
like those, like when you say water buffalo, like what I'm picturing is those big like like the big plastic IBCs, right? Those like big.
Yeah.
And then you just put it in the bed of a truck, right?
Yeah.
Is it more complicated than that, or is it?
I don't know, that's all.
No,
I
that's
think
it.
look up a.
But they're expensive. I think water buffaloes are like,
I saw one, like, I forget, I was in another town, and the person was, I don't know, if it was on like a little, it wasn't in a truck, he was just taking it along with him. Instead of like, so say you run like the flowers in the borough, you could have it on the sidewalk and go, instead of the truck, but.
But in our case, you probably
Yeah.
use the truck. I mean, cause I was like thinking about this, and if you, those bags are probably really heavy once they're full.
yes.
So filling them and then moving them,
Yeah, I don't think that would be.
I don't think you can do it, but.
No.
So then you can really only do it if you can reach a hose to the tree, which isn't gonna be
Right.
something you
Yeah.
can do.
Water buffaloes. Like this thing?
That's what I'm
Yes,
picturing.
You could fill it.
That's also
$150
not-
in Uniontown.
Yeah, I don't think they're that expensive.
Okay, I thought that they were like $600.
But even if they're $600, we have a budget, right?
So I asked Joe about that earlier, and technically Shade Tree doesn't have a budget.
Okay.
But they're gonna establish a new budget, I think in end of August, and they could give us a line if we can kind of get together things that we're gonna need.
Okay. I think we need this.
Okay.
Yeah, so how else would you fill a bunch of jugs?
I can
Jugs?
I'll start a spreadsheet, with like things that we need for budget items.
Aside from a buffalo and the bags, are there other things you guys have in mind that, like, is there other stuff that's come up, or are there?
For the tree cutter?
Yes, so we need cages, they don't have any more
Okay.
cages for
Oh, that should be.
the young trees.
Wooden, like everything, wooden stakes.
Stakes, yeah.
Okay.
And so did we ever establish like every hay, we're gonna go out, once they're planted, every month after, like?
We
you
haven't.
know, Okay.
So it would probably be helpful if we kind of outlined what that looks like. in,
Mhm.
I don't want to call it policy, procedure.
Yeah.
There we go. So if we had like a procedure for watering, what are we saying, like one time per week, first 2 years, right? What months? 12, not year round. But like May to September, May to October,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I think we need to do a little bit of research just to make, like, I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think it might be
We could-
helpful.
You could ask Maeve too.
Yeah.
I
Or like,
think I was in that presentation, actually. We can find it.
We'll look, okay.
or even like, what if we asked one of our fellow shade tree, like I wonder what they're all doing, you know, in Carnegie, like what's their,
Yeah.
they might already have something down that they'd be willing to share, would it?
I will actually reach out to my.
Oh, okay,
Shade
great.
Tree one too, I feel like I said I was gonna do that a while
Great,
ago, and then I
okay,
never did.
fine.
So I will take that, and I promise to do that this.
Okay, so you reach out and, to help us establish a procedure, and then we will get something down that we need.
And I'll also look through and see, like, the frequency and the volume and how many years.
Mhm.
I'm sure we have that, I
sounds like we need to get a sheet, a spreadsheet together. I'm always talking, I love spreadsheets. Like, okay, and another spreadsheet, that has, like, what tree, when it was planted,
Joe he started that, right?
where,
So he sent that, but do you remember when we were walking around and I was looking at it and it didn't like one for one match?
yeah.
And then some stuff has died and,
Maybe we need, since it's
To
still
update
early
it.
on, maybe go around and finally get
Yes.
one solid one that we know that we reviewed before we start
yeah,
planting everything else, maybe?
yeah, I think we need to make sure we have the most accurate.
Okay, so we're gonna update the spreadsheet that he sent out by doing a walk around.
And Google through your app that you have, which that we can take a picture of, the tree leaves, which is very helpful, that,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Maybe we can, I'm sure one of us has some sort of like an iPad, we just bring an iPad or something
Yeah.
around and like update it live.
Courtney was also talking about an app, I forget what the one was that she sent us recently, but there was another app she said that another commission uses, and you can like drop a pin
Yeah.
in the app, and it says like what tree it is and where it is,
oh, the
and
one
then
I
you
sent
can
out?
take a picture. Is
Oh,
it-
maybe it was,
is
maybe
it the
she,
same?
I sent something to the group message that Mount Lebanon had, and I was really
Yeah,
surprised.
maybe it was that.
And I was like, I didn't know you could do that with maps. Like, they have all their trees, they call it like the Mount Lebanon Arboretum, I think, something like, I can't remember, but when I was looking up those 5
Yeah,
trees,
okay,
they came
great.
up and I was like, oh, they have this,
Is it their own custom website or is it through someone?
and I don't know, it's linked through.
It
their
takes you to
website,
mountlebanon.org.
It literally shows, there's the darn redwood.
So you can create your own maps in Google,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know if you can then add the pictures to them, cause that would be cool. Cause I had to do that once for the Pittsburgh Brewers Guild.
I mean, maybe we start with just making sure we have a really solid spreadsheet, and
Yeah.
then once we have that, we can figure out the best. Like, I love this,
Yeah.
but I think we'll get lost in.
I was
So,
surprised
like-
that, yeah.
So phase 1, update. Phase 2,
We could have an inventory of them. on-
think about tech.
Yeah. The website inventory.
Okay. And then, so our next meeting would be in 3 months from now, which would be November. Like, I have to count on my hand, I need time to. But some of this needs to be done sooner than that, like how soon do we want to, we said we wanna update this spreadsheet before we plant more. So that has to happen before October, which we could do that relatively soon. And then, the procedure for watering, do we think we can have that done by like the end of the month?
I mean, I think we could come up with a concept, but if we don't have like the buffalo,
Yeah.
being realistic, I feel like getting something in place this summer is probably a stretch.
Yeah.
Right, it's systematic, I don't, that's just my, maybe
No, I agree with you.
pessimistic, but.
Cause I feel like looking at that buffalo, would they have to have a designated truck that stays on? Like, how do they get it in Rapids
I
School?
don't know.
Is that a
Well,
question? Or we just
You
use
put it in and then you fill it up.
Right, but then I guess we
And
just
then
empty it.
we
then
empty it and
someone
then
has to
take it out.
Okay.
And they have the trucks to like
Oh, okay, perfect.
do the thing.
But I feel like if we could ask them if we could get one of those, and there's one for $150 somewhere.
Yeah,
Let's go
yeah.
pick it up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can reach out this week about that whole process, and I can try to find some information on like a proposed frequency, timing, or whatever, but I think it really is gonna come down to like how soon we can
Okay.
get that stuff right.
The water buffalo in the back, yeah.
Because we're already in August.
I
and
know.
Realistically, you probably don't need to water much past, what, August, September?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, July and August are the worst months, and after that, I don't water ever.
Same.
I'm not saying that that's like the best thing to do, but I really don't water anything unless it's like 100 degrees out. And I'm like, okay,
Well, I think if we're able to acquire the items, then,
We can do it.
okay. Like if Joe's like, yeah, that's fine, we'll get the water buffalo, my guy can go pick it up and.
Okay. To me, that's the key piece, getting some more bags and the water buffalo, because
Well-
if we can do that, otherwise we're gonna be able to water like 5 trees.
And we have 2 bags you said now?
Yeah.
And they're on where? In the-
They were on Baldwin, yeah.
Okay, so they're just still there doing their thing.
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I
so they could
would
be
assume
empty.
so. Yeah, they could be empty.
How long does the water last in there?
I don't know.
No, I think like a few days, right? We get
Yeah.
Okay.
empties pretty quickly.
Yeah, the other thing I think we just have to be mindful of, and Joe can answer this for us, it's like, can we put another thing on the borough's
Mm-hmm.
to-do list?
Yeah.
And we just have to be really mindful of their time and,
Sure.
you know, so I don't know if they can, even if we get a water buffalo, if they will even do it for us once a week, move all that stuff around. So I don't know, so we have to ask that too.
Yeah. But at
Okay.
the same time, I mean, if we're gonna keep getting trees, we have to figure out a
We have
way, or else they're
take
not
care of
gonna
them.
survive.
Once
right?
we have-
to figure out now while
Yeah.
it's manageable.
Yeah.
And once we have the buffalo in the bags, then, I mean, we first have to get them, and I think we'll be set from there once we have a routine. I am curious what the other boroughs are doing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're like, we only water once a month, or every other week, or we don't water them at all.
And then,
Curious.
I would guess.
But Mount Lebanon has like a.
I bet they have like
Dedicated water person.
Yeah.
they have underground sprinklers,
Oh, yeah.
Installed for every tree.
a drip system.
For the inventory, do we wanna try to just like pick, like we did before, pick a day and
Yeah.
walk around and do it?
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
What time frame would work for you guys?
I'm good on a weekend in the morning.
Yeah, I think that sounds usually pretty good for me.
I don't think it'd take too long. We can cruise around, take a pic.
Maybe late August?
Yep. Do you wanna pick a date now?
Yeah.
Great.
And then we can just, maybe we can pick like 2 options and see if Courtney and
Mhm,
we
mhm.
try to find something that works for them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I only say late August because the next 2 weekends are gonna be tough for us.
Like the 23rd? Sunday the 23rd maybe?
I could do that morning if we started sort of early.
Yeah, I don't think I can have anything, so.
Okay, and what about the 30th?
I'm wide open on the 30th.
Okay,
I would prefer that one if it works for them.
send it out. Alright, sounds good. And then, as far as like pruning goes, I feel like that's a February, March thing. Do we have any trees that need to be pruned in the fall?
Just the Lorax, this one? Oh, I don't know if it's fall, but that's the only one I feel like
Are we
needs to be
getting rid
ready.
of the Lorax though?
No, I
They
think it
said,
might
they
be
said it's stretching for summer.
Is that the one up?
the one in Cooksville.
I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I saw, I was like, I gotta
It
show
needs to
someone.
change off, which we did.
Yeah,
And I need to reread it, but it's possible we can just kind of like prune back the dead stuff and it might come back.
okay.
When
So
we,
that needs to be pruned in the fall.
I'll double check.
We're gonna need help with that,
Yeah.
because it's too big.
It's too tall, yeah, I agree.
You know, Ben might have like a,
one of those tall.
he has a pole saw,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
but we could just tell the borough what to do, and I'm sure they would be happy. We can ask our best friend Ed, and he can do it.
We should probably add that as a column on the spreadsheet, like if one of them doesn't, when
Yeah.
it gets pruned,
Good idea.
prunes here. Okay. Sounds good. Alright, talked about the logo already, we like it. Kayla's gonna send it. Other general discussion items.
I was probably just gonna mention the olive then. So that was interesting. I just think, once we get our database, you know, we'll have all our
Yeah.
foundational things and we can get our list of people and, yeah, spreadsheet.
Okay, Courtney requested that maybe we do a Zoom call together, like next week, to see if we can update the members that weren't here on what we talked about. Is we willing to do that?
We'll be on vacation next week, so I can try, but if
No.
you guys
Do
do
the
it
week
again.
after.
Yeah,
No vacations, no.
yeah, I can do the week after.
Okay. Okay.
Well, the week after,
No, okay.
we're already at the tree tender, the 19th is the tree tender course.
I wonder if we could plan 5:30. It's like, what if we could plan to meet like 30 minutes ahead of time or so?
When do you get back from work, Caitlin? Because you're,
I can be done. I mean, I work from home, whatever days, lots of Tuesdays, so. 6.
Okay, the course starts at 6,
Oh, that day.
so that maybe wouldn't work.
I can be home early for that. I'll try to work from home and be home at 5.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So do you wanna maybe meet at like 5:15? Do we need 45 minutes to talk?
I also feel like we could just, I know Joe's gonna make minutes, but maybe we could just send out, I can try to type up an overview of what we talked about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have a lot of notes, stuff to email everybody anyway, so.
Maybe it's just everyone's, I honestly don't know.
Why don't we plan to meet at 5:30? 30 minutes before, and that way we can, update those who weren't able to make it today. But we will also, I have a lot of questions and things for the group, so I'll just send out some of the things that we have as well. We'll just plan to do that instead of getting a Zoom. I also wanted to apologize for not being able to get our Zoom together before,
Oh, no, that's fine.
when we had all those things.
It's hard to,
It was hard.
I swear it's like that spreadsheet, I'm
No,
like,
you.
am I meeting?
No, you did good. You did good. I think lots of people are having a hard time. I used to use Doodle Poll all the time, but now there's a paywall. So now I used to use it all the time, so now it's like the new one I've been trying out. But it's not great, because if you wanna schedule a meeting a month from the day that you're doing it, it won't take you to any week